It has been a special year for UNOG and for the UN agencies based in Geneva. We've seen an increased political activity in international Geneva with a whole series of peace talks and negotiations happening. I think that we have also seen the results of a growing understanding of the value of what happens in this town and the context of international Geneva.
Just because there is a militarization acceleration, we should see at least an increased humanitarian access and some gestures of lifting sieges and release of prisoners.
I would like to confirm that the talks on Yemen have started.
جلساتنا هذه تأتي في مرحلة مصيرية تكثر فيها التهديدات والمخاطر وتتزايد فيها التحديات المحلية والإقليمية.
We're deeply saddened at the grim discovery yesterday of the bodies of up to 70 people inside a truck abandoned near the Austria border with Hungary.
The new figures from Greece bring the total number of refugees and migrants crossing the Mediterranean this year to almost 530,000 people. In September, 168,000 people crossed the Mediterranean. That's the highest monthly figure ever.
Sit down, stay calm. I say everybody, stay down, stay calm.
Everybody sit down and keep calm, okay? We take you all out.
Fuel may run out completely in less than a week in Yemen. In this difficult situation, UNICEF is delivering vital health, nutrition, water, sanitation, and protection services across the country.
Yemen, you might recall, has one of the highest rates of child malnutrition in the world, and now 1 in 5 people are severely food insecure. Since the conflict began in March, we have reached some 5.3 million people with food assistance despite all of these challenges. So the situation is really dire on the ground.
All parties to the conflict in Yemen, including Saudi Arabia and other members of the coalition, are obliged to respect applicable rules of international humanitarian law. These include the obligations to respect the principles of distinction, proportionality, and take all feasible precautions to protect the civilian population.
The headline is really that this is a race against time. It's also a race against a moving target, in the sense that we still do not have a full assessment of the needs and the requirements in the rural areas outside of Kathmandu.
Good progress is being made, but the outbreak still presents a grave threat, and we really hope that there will be no complacency among anybody involved in the response. We have to really work hard to get to what we call zero cases and zero transmission.
The overall picture is bleak. Human suffering has reached levels not seen since the Second World War. Today, humanitarians deliver more aid in more places and at a higher standard than ever before. We approach the end of this year with a record funding gap of $10.2 billion.
The United Nations and International Committee of the Red Cross are calling for an end to impunity, an end to the callous disregard for human life, and a recommitment to international humanitarian law.